and kidnapping. Viewer discretion is advised.
Your home is under attack. What was once a normal day for you has become a nightmare as magical blasts cut through the walls you reside in. Soldiers bearing a coat of arms you don't recognize march over the rubble. Terrified, you and your apprentices have hidden in hopes that they'll take your valuables and leave, but that doesn't seem to be working.
Where have you checked so far? Have the men made it to the upper floors? Good. Search every nook and cranny, but be careful. This is the home of arcane crafters. I wouldn't be surprised if they set up a trap or two in case of intruders. And I can't waste my time deactivating everything for you. Yes, anyone you find you are to bring to the main hall. One of them has to be the Grand Master Arcanist. The others will be his apprentices, who might serve well enough in a pinch. Why are you hesitating? Don't be afraid of them. They can't cast spells like me. Only create the framework for them. Hurry up. Continue the search.
One day, I'll get my hands on better disciplined soldiers. Oh, is this a library? I think I'll just collect some of the notes and research materials before they trample them to bits. What detailed work. I do feel a bit guilty for spoiling this center of study with our little battle. It can't be hard to direct my magic towards more productive uses. And destructive is so second nature. Well, I'll be solving that problem soon enough. As soon as I find that slippery little Arcanist. What a commotion! Did you find him? Is that... No, this one must be an apprentice. They're much too young to be him. Bring them to the main hall, like I said. Not that I know what he looks like, exactly. He departed from the public before I had my chance to meet him. It's been strange only knowing someone by the legacy they leave behind. Well, under the circumstances, best not to get my expectations too high. What? Haven't found him yet? Well then, I have an idea. Come follow me. If I could have the attention of everyone in this residence for a moment, the message is meant for the Master Arcanist who reigns here, and who is even now eluding my soldiers. Don't be too afraid. I haven't found your hiding place yet. I'm only projecting my voice through these castle walls in hopes that my message will reach you. I hope you're listening carefully. I apologize for ruining your retirement, and I apologize for the destruction I've already brought through your beautiful abode. But it's you I'm after, and if it gets me closer to you, I'll gladly suffer some collateral damage. Please understand that I have little time before the soldiers of this kingdom are alerted to my next presence here. So here's the deal. Arcanist, your apprentices and colleagues are being rounded up as we speak. Come to the main hall and surrender yourself to my soldiers, and they won't be harmed. If you don't, I'll have these innocents hacked to ribbons. I should have done this from the beginning. So much time could have been saved. Not to mention all the doors that we had to break open. Oh well, my mistake. Men, seize him. I want him on his knees. That's it, there. So, this is the Master Arcanist of Oak's Reach, of which I've read so much. At least I hope that you are he. You somewhat match the description I was given, and I can think of no other reason for you to be wearing those senior clothes. Are you igneous?
You'd be correct. I'm the Arcanist you're looking for.
Oh good. I'm an admirer of your work.
Excuse me? Someone of your integrity is in awe of me, good sir?
So you've heard of me as well? That makes me very happy somehow. I won't bother with this hood then.
You're...
Yes, you recognize me. I must be getting awfully notorious around here. Let me make a proper introduction though, just to be polite.
Go on.
I'm Rupian, the current mage of the Southern Kingdom, and it is my true pleasure to meet you, Master Arcanist Igneous.
I thought the last time I heard your rank has changed to king.
Well, that is correct. I'm no one's court mage anymore. But I don't think I'm quite used to calling myself a mage king yet either.
I don't believe anyone in your kingdom would be. Anyway, what do you want from me?
Oh, there are a great many things that I would want from you, my sweet.
What would those be then?
Mages and arcanists have a strange kinship, don't they?
Sure. What's your point?
A mage can have all the magical potential in the world, but without an arcane crafter to make and maintain their spells, they would fail any task more complex than setting a house on fire.
Why is that your first example?
Don't ask me that. You smell something burning.
What in the world are you talking about?
Nothing. Doesn't matter.
Oh, alright. As you were saying.
Ah, yes. But at the same time, an arcanist could paint symbols on any object all day, and it wouldn't make a difference if someone like me wasn't there to imbue it with energy.
Are you suggesting we're equals?
We are two parts of the engine that moves magic through our world, the force and the shape that harnesses it. Now that I've struck out on my own, I have plans for these kingdoms, and the corrupt kings that lead them. I already have the magical force to carry my ambitions out, but I need the best hands to harness it. I need you.
Stuff off. And while you're at it, go find a different puppet, because I am never going to bend to the wills of a tyrannical mage.
Careful. What did you think? If I got close enough, you could take a swing at me. Hold him still.
I would rather you split my throat wide open and leave me here in the hills than ever join the ranks of you and your men.
You'd rather die. Oh, I wouldn't kill you, Arcanist. That would be such a terrible waste. I'd run through all my options before it came to that. For example, I could ask these good men of mine to start killing your students here, as I'd promised before. Would you like that? Would you like it even more if I were to make you watch?
Don't you dare lay a finger on my students. They're far smarter than you. You and your men wouldn't stand a chance.
You don't like that idea? How about I tell you a story?
I won't listen, but go on.
Back when I was serving my old king, he would always ask me to show off my magic to him. Something he liked to do when he was in a particular mood was have his guards bring a prisoner from the dungeons into the court. He would have the prisoner set before me, and then he asked me to make them entertain him and his guests.
What does this have to do with me?
Now, my old arcanist was never very good. Why else would I be here?
For me, then?
But to continue on, I may do with my own brute force methods. How could I make those poor creatures scream with my magic? Roasting them, freezing them in increments, summoning a cloak of thorns for their weary bodies, or even something as simple as applying pressure. A little bit, second after second, slowly crushing their limbs or playing with their insides as they begged me to stop.
You're out of your mind.
Call me whatever you like. Those are the kinds of things His Majesty enjoyed. But there was a spell I myself enjoyed. One that I used to reach deep into them, to coil through their heart and take out their deepest, most personal nightmares. That's what I would love to try on you. I think you'd scream loud enough once we got started. So please, refuse me once more, so I may demonstrate it.
Please don't. I won't.
In that case, I think you'd better cooperate, so I'm not tempted again.
Your Majesty, I am useless to you. There are plenty of other more learned arcanists out there.
What a curious thing to say. I already explained all that stuff to you about the engine and the...
I cannot help you. Not after the accident, nonetheless.
What kind of accident?
one of my mages in training, them and a different student had failed the spell and I cannot see well anymore as a result.
What do you mean?
Oh, jeez, don't get so close before warning me first.
I know I frightened you earlier, but settle down. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to take a look.
Fine.
I see now. Your right eye. It's completely blind. I was wondering why you retired from crafting so suddenly. What happened? You never tried to have it fixed?
I did not intend to lay guilt upon anyone, especially not my students. And it's fine, I've managed my tasks well enough without my vision.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've heard an Arcanist say. Were you just afraid to go under the knife? What was the real reason?
It's truly none of your business.
I wonder if it was painful when that accident happened. Regardless, you're right that an Arcanist who can't see well enough to create spells isn't much help to me. This would be a setback, but I just so happen to have an idea of how I might fix this little problem. Lucky you, right? I did tell you, before I'd kill you, I would run through all my options.
What are you going to do to me? Attempt to restore my right eye? Wait, you can do that?
Why, yes. I can fix your vision. You don't look very thrilled to hear me say that, though. I'm sure you can read and write and research just fine as you are now, but the minutiae of magic making is lost to you. You don't miss it.
I do. But I would rather be this than have to do your bidding. I would like to avoid that at all costs.
Avoid what? Oh, this! I guess it is easier to avoid being used when you're, as you say, useless. But, anyway, we can deal with that part once you're safely delivered to my fortress. Tie him up, gently please. I don't want his hands getting damaged. Oh, but we might as well collect your notes. Where have you kept them?
In my satchel.
You heard him. Go collect as many as you can, and then we can leave.
What about the others you've taken?
Oh yes, the hostages. I'll keep my word and leave them here. They will not be harmed by me or my men. And, if they can wriggle free of their bonds before the flames downstairs consume them, then they can let all in your province know of the war you'll be helping me wage on this world.
What?
You seem shocked. I thought that you already smelled the smoke.
You... Why would you do this? You said I had your word.
Now, behave yourself, or I should love to treat you to one of my old spells. I think I'll let you sleep for a while, just until we are far enough into the countryside. I do believe I still have a charm for it that my old Arcanist made for me. Lay your body down to rest, quiet fear and interest, slip into a lukewarm dream, and leave your heart to sights unseen. As in dreams, my sweet Arcanist, from now on, I'll take good care of you.